And now I would like to introduce, I used to call her Mrs. Montano, and then I got buffed, and now it's and now it's Lady. So I think I'm part of the family, I guess. I don't know, but.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
From a written speech, I like to talk from the heart. I would like to thank the Brooklyn Public Library for entertaining the Machel Montano Foundation for Greatness. It is a dream of mine to preserve, to distribute, to share knowledge, and to share the experiences that my family have prepared for Trinidad and Tobago, for the Caribbean, and the rest of the world. In 1972, I had my first son. 1974, I nearly didn't have a next son, but fortunately, he made it. Machel is 51, and I have collected stuff. Why are you looking good, But I have collected over 44 years of artifacts, pictures, everything, so that I can share and that I can leave for the next generation. And I take this opportunity to invite you to walk through, experience, love, criticize, share, and join with the Montano family and our foundation and the library in seeing what it takes, I want to say, to be successful. And I have 2 sons, and people always ask, and I always say, maybe people have heard this too many times, but that you have to make a difference. You have to make a difference in society. You must love your own, and you must be able to make people, bring joy to people. Also, my husband and I have spent many years teaching our children core values.
Yes.
And I will end today that I am very proud to look at my sons now and see these values manifest in them as men.
Yes.
And I give thanks. So without any more delays or further ado, I would like to say welcome again, and please enjoy.
With what I saw, not what I did, because sometimes, these things could reflect all that you have done in life. But when I walked through, what struck me was what can happen to you in life. Yes. Once you're willing, once you're open, and once you're an able participant, once you engage and get involved. And I was fortunate to have a great foundation family, my parents, my brother, my extra family members who, helped get me involved so much in this life. The Foundation for Greatness, the Machel Montano Foundation for Greatness came about in the year 2000 when I asked myself, Machel, what really makes you tick? And I sat with myself in silence for a long time, and the only thing that would come back was greatness. I love Bob Marley, I love Michael Jackson, I love just greatness, and I was in awe of greatness, and I had to go off and study what greatness really meant. And I went and I looked at Mandela and Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa and all the M's. Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Maxine. Something about these things. But I really studied greatness. I read the books. I watched the movies. Lady talk about dreaming. And I had dreams, but I must say when I walked through those displays and looked at them, sometimes life could give you much more than you could even dream of. Things could happen to you that you never dreamt could happen to you. And that is the miracle of how great life is. That is what greatness really is. It's infinite, it's eternal, and it's always ever surprising. It's a wonderless, this life. I want to thank my mother, not just for hoarding, but for her sacrifice, because she sacrificed her job. Stefan, who's home right now, I had these guys editing videos and QR codes till 5:50 today, right? And fixing everything, and they were there. Judd, who was editing, Ken Holder, all those who played a part in this archive. I am very excited, so I'm not going to stay any longer, but I just wanted to mention how special this is. And I'm talking about people and being around long, but I also want to talk about Brooklyn. I can't leave without saying Brooklyn. He just told us about the largest accumulation of Caribbean people outside of the Caribbean. This is like the Caribbean. And I wouldn't be who I am without Brooklyn, because I came here at 9 years old in Bed-Stuy. Marie Brooks. I went to camp there, Madison Square Garden at 9 years old, Lincoln Center at 9 years old. These kind of things, with New York itself, but Brooklyn was really that place that I was able to hone my skills, feel like I was not just a Trinbagonian, but I was a Caribbean citizen. And that was very important for me. I don't want to be one island. It is probably the thing that means the most to me. I just came from Antigua, St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, and everywhere I go feels like home. I get treated with that love. I get to, learn about these slightly different cultures that we have, but I'm mostly proud of our similarities, and that makes me feel very strong. So Brooklyn, here I am, 44 years later, 5 decades in, making one of the most important milestones in the Brooklyn Public Library. So thank you very much. Get a library card.
Irrespective of where they may be in our diaspora. For many, many years now we're talking generations, Machel has held that standard so very high. His music is the soundtrack to many of our lives. When you think about over the years, hit after hit after hit after hit, Soca Monarch and Road March and all of that. We have been truly blessed to watch the development of an international superstar. And so we want to thank the Foundation for Greatness for coming right here to Brooklyn. And I get to boast the 9th District of New York. Hello, somebody. And to not forget that we are here as the undergirding, the support for the talent, the love that is expressed through his musicality